Welcome to part 3 of my Surviving Summer in Disney World series. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through some essentials that you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have in your park bag this summer. Hello everyone and welcome back to Raja Wishes. I'm Molly and today we are going to talk about some of the must-haves that you definitely want to make sure you have in your park bag this summer. Now when you are visiting Disney World during the summertime, it is extremely hot and incredibly humid. So you're going to want to make sure that you are prepared. So first off, battling with the heat, something you're going to want to make sure that you have to keep yourself cool is a cooling towel. Now there is a variety of these that you can buy on Amazon. I personally like these cheaper ones that are like this mesh. They fold up really small, super easy to store in your park bag, and they turn soft again when they're dry. Now I did have one of the expensive Frog Tog versions of these, which everybody had raved about, and personally I wasn't a huge fan of it. I just thought that it was a little too big, a little too bulky, and when it wasn't wet, it was incredibly stiff. It was just kind of weird. So my personal preference is to get you a pack of these cooling towels off of Amazon. You can get a whole bunch of them for pretty cheap, and they come in different colors. Great to have for your whole trip. Next up, I want to talk about fans. Fans can make a huge difference when you are walking around in the parks and specifically when you are standing in ride lines. Now, you can get a cheap little fan like this off of Amazon. This is going to be better than nothing. However, I highly suggest that you invest in a decent fan, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to do that. So I got this Play Hot fan off Amazon and I absolutely love it. I don't know how I got by without it. So the battery on this thing is amazing. It is a USB charger back here, but I can use this for about 2 or 3 days in the park before it actually runs out of juice. And I mean, I'm using it constantly. So this Play Hot fan, I think I paid $19.99 for it on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. It is a knockoff of some of the more expensive ones because it does have, the silver has this cooling feature. So you can have the fan on, which will turn it on, and then you can hit this other button over here and see how that little green snowflake came on? This silver thing is going to get super cold. You can see it already from touching it. You can see it's fogging up. And so this causes it to blow cold air at you. And when the feels like is 115 outside, let's turn this off. In the Florida heat and humidity, and you're standing in Big Thunder Mountain Railroad's standby queue and it's outside and there's absolutely no air, having this with the ability to have the cold air makes a world of difference. They also have fans that you can actually clip on yourself. So I've seen people clip them on their purses, on their backpacks. They've even clipped them on their shirts. If you have a stroller, there's people who have all sorts of stroller fan contraptions going on. You definitely want to make sure that you get yourself a good fan that is, you're gonna end up using it. So you don't have to go super crazy on the price. Like I said, I got this one for about 20 bucks. But something that's gonna definitely be better than nothing. You're gonna wanna make sure you have a fan along with your cooling towel. So another item that you're gonna wanna make sure that you have this summer is an insulated water bottle. It is super easy to get dehydrated here during the summertime. Actually, it's easy to do it any time of year here just because you're walking such an insane amount of steps. You're outside all day long in the sun. It's incredibly humid. So you are going to go through the water and you are gonna want a water bottle that keeps it cold. You can refill this in several places throughout the parks. You also can go get a free cup of ice water from any of the quick service locations throughout the parks and use that to refill your water bottle. Also, if you're eating at any of the restaurants in the parks, I've had them refill my water bottle for me before I leave, and they're more than happy to do it. Make sure you find yourself a good water bottle that you're gonna use. Now, personally, this is kind of a cheat because I don't put this in my park bag necessarily because it's too heavy on my back, but I'm able to carry it, and I still consider this a park bag essential because it is an item that you're gonna want to have. Now, I personally really like these Ello brand water bottles. I have this black one and I have a white cream one as well, and the reason why I like these so much is because the top simply just pops up to refill it, which makes it so super easy to refill, and the straw stays connected. It also has this plastic cover on the part where your mouth goes, so you just push a little button, pops open, there you go. It can go on rides with me, it can be on a ride seat, it can fall down, it can fall on the floor, and nothing is touching where my mouth goes, which to me is a big deal. So when you're looking for a water bottle, keep that in mind. Another essential you're gonna wanna have is the Band-Aids. Now, if you don't have these on you, don't freak out. You can go to the first aid station in any of the parks and they will give you a Band-Aid if you need it. The problem is that if you're in the situation where you have a blister or a cut and you need a Band-Aid and it's on your foot, if you're in the back of the park, you're probably not gonna wanna walk all the way up to the very front of the park to get a Band-Aid. So having a little thing like this, it just holds 8 little Band-Aids in here, super easy to pop into your park bag. Another little thing that a lot of people forget is sunscreen. Now, I personally put sunscreen all over me as soon as I get out of my car before I go into the parks, but if I'm gonna be there for a while, I like to pop just a little tube of sunscreen in here to put on my shoulders, just in case it's extra hot. The Florida sun can get you, especially if you're used to not being in the sun. Back when I lived in Tennessee, I didn't see the sun very often. So I would burn a whole lot easier than I do living here now, being accustomed to the sun and having kind of a base built up of my tan. So make sure you do not forget your sunscreen. So besides the Florida heat and humidity during the summertime, you're also more than likely gonna have a storm or two that pops up. It is extremely common for it to rain almost every afternoon here in the summer. So that means you need to make sure that you pack some rain gear. And to do this, you have a couple different options. So starting out, you can buy these cheap little disposable ponchos on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. You can get them from Walmart, you can get them from pretty much anywhere. So these plastic ponchos. Now, these aren't gonna work super well, but they are gonna be better than nothing. These are super great to slip into your park bag because they just don't take up a whole lot of space. You can throw them away as soon as you're done with them, and they're cheap. If you do get these, I highly suggest you get the ones that have the cinched wrists. If you buy the ones that are open, which I think this is, yeah, these are open, the water's gonna go right in. These just are not strong enough. Trust me, I've worn a lot of these here and learned my lesson. So that's pros and cons of this one. You can also go a step above and get a actual reusable poncho. So I have a Frog Tog one, and this is great at keeping you dry. The only downside is, as you can see, it's really bulky. So even in a lounge fly, this has taken up a lot of my park bag. And take it out. It is nice that you have the bag though, so if it's all wet, you can roll it up, put it in here, and your bag's not all wet, you're not all wet. But this thing is massive. I mean, absolutely massive. Can you see this? I mean, it's huge, but it's gonna keep you dry. So this is option number 2. Option number 3, which is actually my personal favorite option, is investing in a good raincoat. Or if you have a good raincoat, bring it. So I have this little pouch that I like to keep mine in. Super easy to pop it into my bag. It actually lives in my car. And then I just have my raincoat in here. And this raincoat can actually fit up a lot smaller and squeeze into a lot smaller space than that Frog Tog poncho can. And this has kept me dry plenty of times. It has a good hood. It goes around you, has pockets. So this is my pick to stay dry in the rain as far as it being convenient to shove into your park bag and have on you, because you never know when a storm is gonna pop up. You really just wanna be prepared, because when it does pop up, it can rain like no other here in the summer. And when you have nothing to help you, it's not very fun. So make sure you are prepared for the rain. Now, your last option when it comes to being prepared for the rain is going to be a good old-fashioned umbrella. Pro with this is gonna keep you pretty dry. If I have an umbrella and my raincoat, I'm staying pretty dry in the parks to the point where I'm comfortable, because I don't like being wet. The problem with an umbrella is every single time you go through security, you are going to have to pull this out of your park bag. And not only that, you are gonna have to hold it as far away from you as possible every single time you go through security. Also, it's just gonna get wet, and it's heavy, and it's something else you have to carry, and you're probably gonna forget it. So umbrellas can be a great tool. However, I don't think they're the most practical or functional, especially to keep in mind, this is something I did not know until I moved here. Florida is the lightning capital of the country. And so think about the fact that you are holding a giant metal umbrella up in a lightning storm in the middle of Disney World. They do have a lot of lightning rods, but just something to keep in mind of umbrellas aren't super popular in Florida for that reason. So speaking of rain, if you were wearing socks and shoes to the park, make sure and put an extra pair of socks in your bag for yourself. Your shoes and your socks get wet during a rainstorm, trust me, there's gonna be no better feeling than having a fresh pair of socks ready to go in your bag to put on. And while you're at it, make sure you pack a Ziploc baggie of some sort. This is going to be great in case you go on a water ride, you need to keep anything waterproof. If you get caught in a rainstorm with nothing, waterproof. Or when you're taking off your wet socks, you have somewhere to put them now that are not touching everything else in your park bag. So those are the park bag essentials that I recommend having for this summer in Disney World. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a like for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the rest of my Surviving Summer in Disney World series, where in next week's episode, I'm gonna take you to Hollywood Studios and show you how to still have a great time even on a super hot day. Until next time, wishing you less stress and more magic.